What's going on, y'all? Your boy, Mr. AP Chem, back at it again, playing this marvelous remake of Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. And this game is so nice, I had to play it twice, or at least make, two videos about it, because, my previous video spent a lot of time talking about current events and stuff with this in the background, but now I just want to primarily focus on the dopeness of this particular game, or this remake, because honestly this remake addresses several core issues with the original Mortal Kombat Mythologies that was released for the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1. So, one of the problems that I had was that, Mortal Kombat Mythologies was somewhat inconsistent. Let me explain what I mean by that. So, the game was inconsistent because certain parts of the game were rendered in 3D, like the backgrounds and some of the bosses and all that. But then Sub-Zero himself, the bad guys, and some of those bosses were rendered in 2D. So you had half 2D and half 3D in the same damn game, which is kind of weird, and it sort of takes you away from the experience. And I understand back in the day they were working with very limited hardware, but this game was right off the heels of Mortal Kombat 4, and that whole game was 3D. The characters were rendered in 3D, the backgrounds were 3D, everything was 3D. And previous iterations of Mortal Kombat were all 2D. And so, I don't mean to be all or nothing with the approach, but that's what I feel like you kind of have to do in a game. Either you have to make it consistently 3D or consistently 2D. You can't have both mixed together like, they're the same thing, and they're not. So this game has a consistent rendering technique, so to speak, or consistent render style, which I really appreciate. One other thing, and I mentioned this in the other video, was the controls. In the previous version, in the original game, I can't do this. See how I'm able to quickly switch back and forth between one side and the next? I couldn't do that because in the original game, there's a turn button. And that's just unintuitive, honestly. It's very unintuitive for there to be a damn turn button in a fighting game. Boy. But with this game, you can turn whenever you want. And this applies when you walk as well. Like, you can walk and instantly turn away. And you can attack enemies in both directions very easily. And I want you to notice, Sub-Zero's facing the right? I can jump kick and face the other way, or I can jump kick and face the same direction. Hold on. There we go. Ah, yeah. Look. So I can jump backwards and protect myself this way, or I can just straight up attack in the other direction, no matter which way I'm facing. That's big. That's important. Because if you have flying enemies that are coming at you, you might not want to necessarily attack this way. You might want to attack like that. You know what I'm saying? And you can do that in this game. So the actual combat, you know, with the turning is enhanced because of your ability to quickly turn without having to press an extra input. And, you know, that's always good. Also, one thing I also forgot to mention. Look at this lighting. Do y'all see them reflections? You know what I'm saying? Like, them reflections are ill. You know what I mean? And even some of the lighting inside the temple at certain rooms and things like that. I'm gonna go back. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so look. Notice how he has a shadow on the ground over here because of the candlelight. But then if I walk over here, you have two different shadows coming from two directions because you have different light sources. Look at where the shadow's coming from. Look at how the shadow changes direction. And look at the lighting coming from above. Like little details like that envelop you in the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's Unreal Engine 4 or, you know, I attribute it to the skill of this developer, you know what I'm saying, whose name is escaping me right now, so I apologize. But this is one person's hard work and dedication into making this game look the way it looks and play the way it plays. Like, this is crazy. Speaking of the way it plays, the combat in this game is fun as hell. Just the fact that he has that combo string where he can launch and then I can run up and then continue to juggle. It's fun because what it does is allows for a lot of freedom in the combat. Look at that. I can do stupid ice clone refreeze combos. I don't know if y'all noticed, but, you know, I would freeze the opponent, jump up, do an ice clone behind them, attack them into the clone, refreeze, and then get some more juggles. Like, that's fun to do. Look at that. Ice clone combo. Ooh. Oh no, Jesus! I was so stupid. Oh snap. But anyway, so look, ice clone. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Whoop! See, in the original game, Sub-Zero couldn't juggle that easily. Like, he didn't have a pop-up combo. And though he could kind of juggle, the juggling's nowhere near as free as it is in this game. Like, that combo I just did wouldn't have been possible in the original. And there's a bunch of combos I haven't discovered yet. But that's fun, because one of the things that people like about Mortal Kombat is the ability to do combos on people and juggle. And I like that this game, you know, really hyper explores that possibility. Like, I can do all kinds of stupid shit combo wise. Oh shoot. I'm gonna try this again. Oh damn. That's so dope. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never done that before. I just wanted to see if it was possible. Let me see. Shoot. Oh, he's done. I ain't gonna kill you though. Fall down. But yeah, like, you can legit have fun doing crazy juggles and, you know, various combos involving the ice clone and the ice ball and air ice ball that, you know, weren't possible and are frankly not possible in any other Mortal Kombat game. And so you can sort of express yourself as a fighter in that way, you know. So there's that. And then lastly, well, second to last, this game's in 1080p 60. At least on my system. I'm playing this on a laptop. But if I was using a 4K, you know, gaming PC, I'm sure I could get this running at, you know, 4K, and it does 60 FPS. And that's important because on the original consoles, this game probably was not running at 60 frames per second. Likely it was running at 30. And that contributes to the fast pace of the action, you know what I'm saying? Makes the game more visceral, you know, more, you can react quicker. And right as I say that, I get hit. Yeah, see? I do miss being able to throw out a punch and trigger those things, though. I don't know if that's a thing that could be added, but that'd be nice. But, you know. And also, one other thing, though technically this game doesn't have a block button, I actually kind of like that. The opponent can't block your attacks, but you can't block their attacks either. So it forces you to play tactical, and it forces you to, you know, really think about how you approach your opponents. And obviously, different opponents are probably gonna be able to hurt you in different ways. So you're encouraged to kill them before they even get a chance to mess you up. You know, you're encouraged to come up with the craziest juggles you can come up with, because you don't want them touching the ground, because they'll tear your ass up, these opponents of yours. Look at these guys with the broadswords. They got range. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's where your, you know, fighting acumen comes into play. See, that's my little combo I came up with. I ain't letting him touch the ground. He gonna have to get me. And then for these guys, I can kind of do stupid things. Look at that. Ridiculous. I don't have to, you know. Hi, babe. I'm still recording the video. Yeah. But, ooh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Come on, Scorpion. You don't want this work. But then, so the game's rendered 1080p 60. You have all the ability in the world to juggle. The graphics and lighting look amazing. The controls are top notch. You know. Oh, hell nah! I'm able to kick his head over here? Hell nah! That's great. Never even knew that. But then probably the last thing, and this is me more nitpicking the old game, but I love the way Sub-Zero looks in this game. See, because part of the problem with the original Mythologies was the way Sub-Zero was animated. He kind of looked like a dude in a costume. He didn't look imposing. He didn't look intimidating. He didn't even look like he could hurt you. But in this game, my boy been hitting the gym. You know what I'm saying? The ninja costume looks way more acceptable because it's his MK4 costume. He has a cool pose, you know, no pun intended. I didn't know I could switch directions and do it. But, you know, my boy actually looks like he'll hurt you. And just as a quick side note, I hope, provided the full game gets released, I hope there's an option for Sub-Zero to play in alternate costumes from other Mortal Kombat games, or even original costumes. That would be dope. since we already can play as alternate characters, why not have alternate Sub-Zero costumes, you know? If that's possible, but, you know. If not, I'll still be playing the hell out of this game. Look at that. This lighting. So, yeah, Sub-Zero actually looks like he'll hurt you. And so, I'm gonna beat this stage one more time, and then I'm gonna end this video. So, let's see if I can get through this without looking like an idiot. Oh, try to get me. Come on. Yeah. Hold on, let me fix my mic situation. Sorry about that, y'all. All right. Ooh. Come on, boy. Also, one other thing too. I like that Sub-Zero can cancel special moves from his kicks, because this allows me to do a high kick and cancel directly into a special. Like, that's very useful for juggles and combo creation, because you can't even do that in the regular Mortal Kombat fighting game, because what happens is when you throw out normal attacks, you can't cancel them into specials unless they hit. Like, this is not possible in any other Mortal Kombat game. Special move, or, you know, normal, direct cancel into a special. That's not normally possible in a fighting game. And for good reason. It would destroy the neutral game. But because this is a single player game, you're allowed to have insane mechanics in a way that doesn't break the game. Damn, I really do look like an idiot. It's because my wife distracted me. Come on, Scorpion. Get this work. That's cool. Oh, Lord! Also, these enemies will tear your ass up. So you gotta be careful how you fight them. I think I already mentioned that. But it bears mentioning again, because it's true. They will tear you up. So, sometimes it's better to just shatter them if you don't want to deal with them. Ooh. But it's actually fun fighting the enemies. And I hope there's a, you know, ability upgrade system based on, you know, your combos and juggle damage and stuff like that. I hope that makes a return. You know. But I like that with this base set of abilities, Sub-Zero's a force already. Like, just with Ice Clone, Air Ice Ball, and Slide, he's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel capable. I feel like there's reason to actually learn how to play the game, because this game's a really good blend of technique and platforming. And so, if you can't tell, Sub-Zero's my favorite character from the Mortal Kombat series. And so, me having to play a whole game of just him, that's very appealing to me. And I'm happy to say that this remake really does revitalize him in a major way. It makes him fun to play. I wasn't trying to rhyme there, I promise, but still, you know. So yeah. That's it for the video. This is a marvelous remake. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, there's no reason why you shouldn't download it. It's free, so try it. You'll probably like it as much as I do. And should there be any revisions or updates, I'm gonna be playing the hell out of them, and I'll be making more videos just like this. So I'll catch y'all later. One.